Hello, today I've got some trading cards. I've been thinking, I forgot my meds for a few days, and it puts. I've had a couple of times now where I haven't had them for a few days. A couple of months ago, it was 9 days without, and that wasn't my fault. And I found the only thing that happened was I just got very deep in my thinking. Look at my teeth; are terrible. But anyway, I got very deep thinking. I was pacing about. I couldn't concentrate when someone was talking to me because my thoughts would just come to my mind, and so I'm a little bit like that now. But I've had my meds last night and today. I'm going to try and reduce them over the next few years. But it's not good to go from a full dose to nothing straight away. So that's why I had the side effects. I mean, I think I can cope with nothing, but not in the short term. In the long term, I need to gradually reduce, but that's not what's on my mind really. So what have we got in the cards and trading stickers and things? We've got Minecraft. We've got this. I think this is one or two Pokemon cards that came from the eBay seller in Japan, and a special Adrenaline XL that was with one of the £10 sterling packs. And so I've been thinking about drunk people, and I'm a big Kevin O'Hara fan. He says many times in his videos he'll go to a pub as a sober person. He doesn't like the word sober. As it happens, he is sober, but he doesn't consider himself sober. It's more of a thing to be drunk than it is to be sober. It's normal to be sober. I agree with that. But he says many times he'll go to a pub now, and the first couple of drinks, everyone's chatting and as normal. After a few drinks, people just start talking absolute nonsense, and I've actually realised this now. And for the past 20 years, I've been going to pubs and hanging around with friends, and all my friends have been drinking. And some are better than others. Don't get me wrong, but I, I'd rather be with them in the day, go to a cafe and have a sensible conversation. I would, and it's the same people, but I don't see them when they're sober, so I don't know what the difference would be. And uh, people's IQ levels just go through the floor, and they aren't funny. They think they're funny, but they're not. They think they're clever, and they're just talking nonsense. And I've been going to pubs, as I say, different pubs. I had a period where I was going to the Crier in Chester, the town crier. I went to the bar a few times on campus at York. I used to go when I've lived in Manchester. Where did I go then? I went to the what's it called in Didsbury, the club there, the Albert Club. And people drink, and they're civilized to a point, and it's just my experience of people that they're just awful all the time, and that's not what really people are. You speak to these same people when they're in the morning, they're probably cheerful, intelligent, and it's given me a bit of a god complex, I suppose, because I just seem to be so much more intelligent than these drunks. But anyway, I'll think about that. Well, we'll start off with the Adrenaline, there's a limited edition one, so this could be fun. Um, yeah, like I said, I don't think I'm more intelligent than other people. Don't get me wrong. We've got Matthias Jensen, midfielder. He's very shiny, limited edition. He's from the country with the red flag. Where is it? Where's it gone? There it is. And the white cross. I think that's Denmark, but I'm not sure. And that is a paper packet, so it goes in the recycling bin. And some people don't ever see past the drunken state. They just live their lives in the drunken state. And think I'm missing out. We've got Bumblebee, and we've got a Energy Star, and we've got Sunshine, Sunshine, Shining Sun. Uh, and we've got the Minecraft stickers. Got these in Guernsey in the shop in Cobo. I used to go there and think all these magazines look great, but I go there now. I went there, this year, and I look at magazines now, and they just don't appeal to me anymore. Don't get me. I do read a huge number of magazines, but they aren't especially interesting. That's an upside down Minecraft figure. Number 129, we've got a toy horse and some faces. Oh, excuse me. We got a man in a room, and is that the sea or something? A boat? Yes, there's a boat. You can see the boat there, and it's I don't know what that platform thing is, and the so that's your stickers to grey. The one patch methods worked. So they have paper as well, so they go in the recycling bin. Um, right, so I'll just check if I'm wearing a patch because I was wearing two before, and I realised I was wearing two by mistake. I am wearing a patch, so I will. I've lost my rolling papers. Where are they? And you might say, well, obviously, Billy, you're missing out if you're not getting drunk. Well, I could argue with that, but there's no arguing with that, is there? I don't like hangovers. I like to be fully alert, and I like to not be saying ridiculously insulting and stupid things to my friends and other people around me. But on a pure, simple level, I'm missing out on a little bit of a buzz from being drunk. I know that. I'm not missing out on excitement. I can have as much excitement as I want. I could do a million things that are exciting. I'm not missing out on being sociable. I've got plenty of friends and family in my life. What am I missing out on? A little bit of a drug induced buzz. That's true, I am missing out on that. I'm missing out on the hangovers. I'm missing out on wasting my life in a drunk state. I'm not having, interrupted sleep for no reason, aside from my addiction to caffeine, which does the same thing. And yeah, I don't believe in drugs. I mean, I drink caffeine and I take nicotine in various forms, and I regret it every day. And you can take the high road or the low road. The low road is easier, and the high road is better. If I wake up, I sometimes say I'll have no cigarettes today. Sometimes I'll have two. Sometimes I'll have eight, and I live the consequences of that. I get a small buzz every time I have one, and if I have eight, I'll be coughing at night and I'll be breathing badly, and then uh, and it's not only you know with these chemical buzzes, the chemical high. That's something that affects your brain, and you're really not missing out by not having it because you get it in other ways, from other things. You get it from natural things, and uh, it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't believe it because they just won't believe it. And I've had this problem all my life. People don't listen to me, and no one's going to. Maybe 20 people or 10 people will watch this video, and most of them will probably only watch 10 seconds. I've got this, my girlfriend got me this can of water. It doesn't taste that great, but it's just still water. And drinking water is probably a good analogy for all of this. If you drink water, you're thinking, "Oh, this is boring," but then after a few weeks, you think this is actually really nice. Not only is it really nice, I'm in a good state of health and good state of mind, right? And like I said, it's the high road versus the low road. You know, you can take the easy path or the hard path, the difficult path. And it's just one day at a time, and we all struggle with it. I'm not saying I'm better than other people. You know, I've got my things that I struggle with. I've got my vices, and everyone has, and we all struggle, and we all try, and we all try and have a good attitude, and we all try and impart a good attitude on the people around us, which we should. And you know, sometimes we fail to do that. Sometimes we have a bad attitude. Sometimes we bring our friends down. Just on the screen. You know, and that's life. You know, I'm 41. Hopefully, I've got another 40 or so years, maybe 30, maybe 20. You know, we could all get hit by a bus tomorrow. I don't know. I'm being overly philosophical. But at least if I'm talking to myself on the YouTube videos, I don't get morons who are drunk saying absolute nonsense. And I think if you're watching this and you know who you are, I don't even particularly have anyone in specific in mind, but so that probably covers the motivation of the day. This green jumper has got a lot of compliments, but it's getting a bit ragged now. I got it from a charity shop, and I had my hair cut. It still looks like I'm pretty bald. Of course, when you get your hair cut as a bald man, you look even more bald. Um, what's my news? Well, Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 came out, and I can't play it, and I think most people are having problems with the bugginess of it. So I went back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Oh, someone's coming down the stairs, and it's my partner, of course, because she's the only one here. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is still good, it's still there, and hopefully Microsoft will iron out the bugs. It's just unusable. You load it up and it doesn't work, you know. And if you get it to work, it'll work for 5 seconds and then stop working. And they changed all the buttons for no reason. So it used to be you press the left D-pad button to take off the brakes on the Xbox pad, and now they changed it to the up button. And if you want to find that out, you have to wait for literally about 2 minutes, and you've got a co-pilot next to you, and he'll tell you press the up button. Why did you change the button? And apparently, instead of pressing A to increase the throttle, you press Y to increase the throttle. Like, why did they change that? And I've tried all the buttons, and I cannot change the cockpit view. And of course, I could look it up on the internet, but it's just not an enjoyable experience. But anyway, that's my review of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Um, what else? We've got a storm here. Seems like there's storms all over the world. My friends in Australia have storms there. Um, so I am going to probably make a cup of tea. So thanks for watching. Bye.